Are you ready to transform your final expense telesales career? Are you ready to get in the game and really get the success that you know you deserve? Well, you found the right video, my friends. I'm going to give you 5 tips that can help you really take off, whether you're brand new or a veteran insurance agent, as well as some things that you want to avoid so that you don't become a statistic in an industry that really eats up about 90% of the agent force because they didn't know some of these things that I'm going to share with you in this content. So I hope you enjoy this. My name is Jason. I'm your friend in the industry, and I am so blessed to partner here with the most amazing agents as well as agencies selling life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So, free resources here at jasonfinalexpense.com, including access to amazing aged leads under 90 days old for less than $2 a piece. If you need these resources, no matter what work family you align with, we will serve you here. And I hope this content helps you today. So, first off, number one, you've got to win this game by looking at it at like really a game that you can win. You've got to have your mind set on positivity, but it's going to be painful. If you're one that is soft, when stress comes, you kind of slink away. This industry probably isn't right for you. And I want to be blunt with you about that. You got to train harder than what the career will really look like if you want to have the best chance of getting that cash and making the money with final expense telesales. You've got to look at this like a career, look at this like a calling. You've got to be very intense in practice if you want to get profitability. This industry can be rough at times, especially if you're not really prepared. And that robs a lot of brand new and veteran insurance agents of the opportunity that they could attain because they didn't really get after it with the right mindset. So stress is going to come. Be ready for it. The stress of the chargebacks, the stress of, woohoo, I made a big sale. Hope it doesn't go sideways. You've got to train harder, just like in football, than what maybe the game is going to look like. This is a game you can win if you work a couple little things out. Also, you're going to be in a place as a new agent, before we get into these 5 tips, where feelings are going to come at you. Feelings are an emotional roller coaster at times, and I want to make sure that this doesn't rob you of the real dollars that you can attain. Use those feelings to fuel one thing, my friends, and that's action. Use those feelings of the F word, failure, right, in this industry to move, and move. It'll help you make that money. But you got to be positive. You got to keep that smile on your face, just like a football team when they're down and out, maybe in the second half. You can have success, but you've got to have a positive mental mindset. And I hope this helps you. Sometimes the industry is a game of inches, and I want to be intentional about that. So, tip number one, if you're taking notes, is you've got to know your product. You've got to know your script. The P and the S. Product, yes, great. Script, very important. You've got to train like your absolute career is dependent on you knowing your script. You got to be smooth. You can't be robotic. All right. They're going to hang up on you. And they're going to hang up on you no matter how good you are. This is an industry where you get told no a lot more than you get told yes. So you got to be in a place that you understand your product, you understand your script, and you got to make sure you got good scripting. It's how you articulate, how you communicate, and how you help the consumer. It's about how we make them feel, right? Feelings can hit us hard, but as we help our consumers, they're going to feel real good when you're using great property when it comes to scripting. This is why in our agency, we go through a 5-day telemastery program and really translate a simple business in the easiest way possible. But the business is not easy. It's not easy to train like a rock star for 5 days straight, like what we do. It's not easy to work on your script for hours and hours on end so that you can be the just unleashed beast and the best agent that this person has ever seen in their life. So many insurance agents out there sound robotic, and it's really because they didn't put in the real practice. You can't go win games if you haven't gotten into a mental mindset, but also haven't shown up to practice. You've got to know your product. It's very, very simple once you see it and have a mentor or a powerful trainer really helping you. And we help so many agents industry wide here, and it's awesome. But the best agents really give the best of themselves in training and in script practice before they get put in the game. They're like, put me in, coach, let's go, right? Just like in football, because they've taken the blows, they've taken the hits, they've trained in the soft places so that they can find success. But it's not soft when you're getting sometimes slapped around in that script in training. But I'd rather train a little harder on the maybe practice side so that when you put on the pads, all right, and you're put in the game, you know that you don't trip over your own feet. And sometimes with scripting, if you don't practice, you're going to be making a couple mistakes that you wouldn't have if you went through a really tough training course like what we provide or some other agencies as well. All right. Now, number one, know your product, know your script. We got that, right? Now, you got to speak confidently and competently now that you've been trained. Now, number two, you've got to get into a place that you build real rapport. Okay. Don't be just speaking at people. You got to really get with them on their level. This is about helping the clients win, not you making your wealth. That's a byproduct. All right. You're going to serve these powerful and amazing people with your products by actively listening, showing genuine concern, empathy, not sympathy. People don't want sympathy. They want your empathy. You've got to really listen to them, build true rapport by really getting to know them. It's powerful here. Make them feel heard and understood. And then you're going to most likely, no guarantees, but hopefully unleash profitability. And that's what you're here for, I hope. All right. You got to understand it's a performance-based business. Those that do are those that get, but there's no guarantee of success, which is why when you make it, there's no better life than this. You can travel the globe. You can work from a van. You could work anywhere that you chose to, but the business still looks like work. So don't let anybody hoodwink you into thinking a magic calendar system, artificial intelligence, it will create this like pile of money. You can just print it and somehow you're going to find power and strength. Telesales does require you to pick up the telephone, and I don't want you to lose your money. There's a lot of marketers out there that'll take your coins, they cash out, and you're the one that's out like 92% of the agent force. So building rapport, huge, okay, advantageous thing for you. Agents that build rapport, they're paid a whole lot more than those that don't. All right. So number three, you've got to be prepared to be able to handle the defense, just like in football, right? You got the offense, that's your script. Well, guess what? Objections are going to come. This is why we train for 5 days straight here. You've got to anticipate the objections before they strike you. And yes, they will strike you, especially when you're not prepared. Common objections. You've got to be ready to handle the response when they say, I don't got money, I'm busy, mail it to me, and a plethora of other ones. We have turnkey systems here where every objection is there for you on the table so that you're never taken off your game. You're going to help the client win. You're going to help the client win. This is something that you can train for. Anticipate them before the blow comes. And then when this happens, not if, when the objection happens, it's no big deal. You can handle it with dignity and grace because you've put in the practice to become powerful to help and serve. And then guess what? If you sell a lot more, great byproduct of what you're about. But you've got to train. You've got to train. You've got to train, overcome objections, and be ready for them. Anticipate them before they come, and you'll actually realize greater levels of success because your stress levels go down. Your success levels will rise up. This is why so many powerful teams that win in sports, they show up to training. They show up to training. And believe it or not, most insurance agents out there, even when the training is offered, they don't show up. And most agents that don't train don't truly take off and really dominate in their career. It's one that they go, I'm not going to show up to training because, yeah, it's going to expose maybe some soft spaces in my life. Those that are successful, they boot up, they suit up, and they show up every single day. When there's training available, they're there, and they're truly just getting better. They're honing themselves and helping their consumers in bigger ways. And this is going to help you hopefully find dynamic levels of profitability with final expense telesales. Now, I hope you like this video. Please do, and share it with a buddy. Please subscribe if this is a blessing to you. But let's get right after it. And thank you to all of my subscribers that push me every day to drop content. I hope this helps you. Now that we've done tip number 3, where we're talking about objections, we've already kind of anticipated them and we've got actionable turnkey systems to truly handle it. So we're really in a good place. Now we've got to use powerful storytelling. We're going to paint, so to speak, a picture. The more vivid you are in the pictures that you paint, the more profitable you can become. People love seeing the picture. They can't see you, right? It's not like face-to-face insurance sales. You want to be dynamic. Be a dynamic storyteller. Paint the picture, the benefits, not the product. Buy from me. No. That'll blow you up. That'll hurt you in this industry. Talk about the benefits, the so what. So what this will do for your family, Mrs. Johnson, is XYZ. Talk about what this product does to remove their pain. Talk about maybe their painful stories. Talk about the good things that your powerful product has done for so many folks that you get to help in their problems. You've got to focus on the problems first, then the product comes out number two. And this is going to tune you up just like a race car. It's a big deal. So powerful storytelling will take you far. Now, number five is critical for you capitalizing in this industry. You've got to close the deal, right? And a lot of agents, they're so good in offense, so good in defense, and they get right there like a game of inches. They're right there in the end zone. And then they get weak knees and don't push the ball and get the points. Believe it or not, there's a lot of agents that don't use persuasive techniques to confidently and competently guide the consumer towards creating this solution and getting approved, getting accepted, selling the policy, which is going to save them everything that they told you they wanted. You've got to ask for the business in smooth and just dynamic ways. You've got to be ready to push the ball into the end zone and help them win. It's helping them win, which will then help you win. But you've got to ask for the business. You're going to lose 100% of the business that you fail to ask for. And believe it or not, there's a lot of agents that don't train and don't truly ask for the business. They don't ask for the precious, powerful privilege it is to just take care of these great consumers, and they don't find success. So I hope this video helps you. There is no guarantee of success in this industry, but you know what? There's also no glass ceiling. When you make it, there's no better life. You're going to earn what you're worth. You are going to hopefully attain the success that you know you are capable of. And if you need a good work family to call a home, reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. But you've got to have a powerful mental mindset to make money here, powerful steps of action. Learn from every interaction. Learn from every negative call. Now you know what not to do on the next one. Don't let negativity ever stop you or hinder your chance of helping some of the greatest people you've ever been privileged to talk to. If we can do anything to serve you, reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. And remember, you've always got what it takes, my friends. I appreciate you, and I hope this video helps you. We'll see you soon.